What's going on YouTube? Of course, with journals, comics, and pop culture here. This video today is not really a fun video, but a real video that I feel like I need to do. Addressing, obviously, my last video discussing Captain Marvel and discussing certain YouTubers that have been using their YouTube platform and this comic book hobby, whether it be as well as the entertainment hobby of it, movies and so forth, as a way to just promote divisiveness. Now, if you guys watch my video, you would understand, or you would know that in that video, I did not name call anybody. I wasn't even trying to put anyone down. My point is that personally for me, I'm tired of all this YouTube propaganda that perpetuates, and you could go through the comments, that perpetuates people to be extremely ugly and nasty. And before I get into this video, I'm going to say this. I am not biased of where nastiness comes from. We live in a political climate, especially in this country, where political nastiness is on both sides. But it doesn't matter who starts it. And all I'm trying to do is finish it. So, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory of why I'm passionate about this, why I spoke out on it with the Captain Marvel stuff, and why comic books mean what they mean to me, and anything comic book related. So I'm gonna read a few things here real quick, and I don't want to put too much energy into this, but on my last video, I've been getting a lot of hate already, and I'm not just talking about people with different opinions. I'm talking about hate. You know, with comments such as Chief Flat Bill, Fat Shady, 90s Fred Durst reject wannabe. I mean, these aren't even that rough. You know, silly name calling, right? Let's just read a few more here. You're pathetic. Your kids are going to hate you. I mean, this is getting personal. Your kids are going to hate you. Traitor. I hope you don't have boys because they can never be men. Yeah, guys. So I'm just gonna. That's all I'm gonna say to that. But here's the thing. I'm gonna talk a little about where I come from, because the person that I was from where I come from years ago, if somebody would have said this stuff to me face to face, or regardless if they said it to me online and I saw them face to face, I guarantee you I'd be in jail. And y'all can use your imagination of what that means. I grew up in Richmond, California. And for those that don't know what Richmond is, I was born in Oakland, grew up in Richmond, and it's not a good area. I had friends that got shot for being in the wrong place, shot and killed for being at the wrong place in the wrong time. I had a friend that got stabbed to death at a gas station on 23rd Street in Richmond just because he was putting gas in his friend's car. I've had friends die. I've seen stray bullets get shot up in the air and come down and hit innocent kids on the playgrounds. I grew up in an environment where when I hit 13, I went out into the streets. I was arrested at 15 for grand theft auto. I gotten shot at and was luckily not hit. I used to run the streets at night and break into cars and break into houses. And I did some ugly, nasty, nasty things. And I was gone. I was like, you know, I'd be drunk and high and passed out in the curb at 2 a.m. There was many times where I was either for sure to face either a jail cell or a grave. That's how it is. That is how it is. You have no other options. You know, I tried pushing dope. I carried a piece to school. You know, I got jumped and I got my ass beat multiple times. Luckily, that was it. When you grow up in this environment, it's hard to substantiate anything positive outside of it. But I was one of the lucky ones. And I woke up from my slumber, my mental slumber. And I wanted to change my life. And it took me a long time. there was a lot of elements that helped me. But one element that helped me, besides having kids, was comic books. Now, because I was a huge comic book fan as a kid. But once I got into that lifestyle, I put all that behind. I played sports. I played baseball. I played basketball, and I balled. I was a little dude, but I balled. And I wanted to be a Major League Baseball player or something. I put anything good in my life, my family. I ran out of my family to go run the streets. It all got left behind. And then, when I woke up in like senior year of high school, around when I was like 18, and I finally woke up to what was going on, I looked at my parents and they were old. I lost all my friends, and the good friends and the friends that I had, besides my best friend that died when I was 13, and some other friends that I lost along the way. The people that I was surrounding myself with weren't good for me. And I had to change my life. And I found comic books again. And one thing that helped me do that was having kids. Because I had kids only a few years later. When I was 22 is when I had my first son. I was young. And I was able to get back into comic books. And I never left. And the thing with comic books, they helped save my life. Like literally. And they helped save my life because of one thing. And that thing was because who you were didn't matter. It didn't matter if you were white, black, Muslim, Christian, man, woman, short, tall, chubby, skinny, American, European. It don't matter. It didn't matter. Because you could dive into comic books and there was a theme there that could speak to everyone. You could be a thug, you could be a gangster, you could be a geek or a nerd. Maybe we're all a little bit of all those things, And I found myself within them. I also went through a lot of stuff with people close to me being on drugs. That didn't end when I woke up. When I woke up from my stuff, the people closest to me were on drugs. And I mean hardcore drugs. I'm not going to get into who it was. I'm not going to put that much out there, and this was a time where I really related, like Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. And I related to him so much because I saw myself in him and some of the struggles that he was going through. And I told myself, that's me. And I can push through that. The point I'm trying to make, guys, by sharing all this personal stuff with you is comic books are not supposed to divide us. Whether it's comic book movies, whether it's the books, whether it's cartoons, this whole hobby and community is not supposed to divide us. And everything is not a goddamn conspiracy. I don't believe in party politics. I have friends in this community that I know are extremely conservative. And I have friends in this community that I know are extremely liberal. And I got love for all of them. And you want to know why? Because we all treat each other with compassion, with respect, and with love. So when somebody that I admired on YouTube, because they were a fan of the same thing I was a fan of, Star Wars, comic books, whatever it may be, and they start taking a tone that, regardless of what their opinion is, whether I agree or disagree with their opinion, their tone that they take is completely divisive and schoolyard bullying, where all you do is call people names and point fingers at other people. It doesn't do anything for this community. It doesn't do anything for the thing that we all love, but fuel the anger and the fear and the hate that's within us all. Politically speaking, I've been on both sides of it. Now, I'm Sicilian and Portuguese. I'm Mediterranean. Technically, I'm European. So technically, in America, I would be considered Caucasian. But my grandparents came to this country. I'm second generation Sicilian, Portuguese, American. I have mixed kids. Black, that is. And one moment, if I'm speaking an opinion, somebody might call me PUSS snowflake. The next minute, I'm being called racist just because of the color of my skin. I was told to be called, because I had mixed babies, that I was mixing the races and poisoning the black race. I've gotten it from all sides. Hate has no boundaries. Hate has no political agenda or religious agenda. Hate is hate. You could be Democrat, Republican, Muslim, Christian, freaking fly in the wall or a bird in the sky. Hate is hate. And it's ugly. We can voice our opinions. Even if we think somebody else is being ugly, we can voice our opinions and not be ugly too. So for Captain Marvel, say you may have issues with what Brie Larson had said, and that kind of turned you off about the movie. You could come on YouTube, if you're a YouTuber, you could comment in comments and say, I really did not like why she said this, and this is why. Nowhere in there do you need to call people retarded or call her a flat butt freaking man hating. I mean, dude, you kill it. It gets nowhere. It doesn't do anything. It is the opposite of productive. And it drives divide between people that should be being united by something that is so strong and so powerful, but at the same time, so innocent. And I'm going to say this as well. Comic books, any art, writing, film, comic books, any art reflects the writer or the creative team behind it, which means art imitates life. And that means that art is going to imitate in some degree the ideologies and the philosophies of the artist, of the writer. So that means political ideologies, economical ideologies, cultural ideologies, social ideologies are always going to be in play in any form of art. And with comic books, it's always been there. Equality, women, men, gender, war, all of these things, race, oppression, all of these things have been present in comic books since the beginning. It's nothing new. So what I'm trying to say is this: not everything is this big conspiracy. If you feel that there's, say, a writer of a certain comic book run or title, and you feel that you don't like their art imitating life, meaning you don't like their ideologies that may be showing up in the books, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Read something else. Same with movies. If you really think that some movie has some kind of agenda, don't watch it. And if you have to come on YouTube and speak on it, I'm not going to silence you. I'm going to disagree with you maybe, but do it in a way where you're not attacking people. Especially in a way that's going to divide the people that should be our brothers and sisters within this community and within this hobby. It does nothing. It does nothing to get your point across. I used to listen to some of these YouTubers that I named. I'm subscribed to them. And in my heart, still, I got nothing but love for them as human beings. But I can't watch them anymore because it's the same rhetoric. And what they say that they're against, they're doing, which is perpetuating an agenda. When you throw SJW and feminazi in every video that you do, it's no longer, regardless of if I agree or don't agree or if there's some truth in it or not, it's no longer about comic books. It's no longer about superheroes. It's no longer about geekdom. And that's not because of them. That's because of you. Because if there's any truth in this, why are you fueling the flame? Say it once, move on. If you think that 9 out of 10 comic books have some kind of agenda that you don't like, talk about it. But I want to see you come back with that one comic book that you actually enjoy. I could go on and on with this, guys. But like I said, this is personal to me because of the backstory that I share with you guys. I'm being vulnerable here. And like I said, man, people coming at me like this, I got to learn to shut them out because really I feel sorry for them. For people to be that angry that They want to, like I said, I wasn't spewing hate in that video. I was expressing my opinion and stating facts of a movie doing well when a lot of people before it was even released, like, had so many negative things to say. And not just negative, but like hateful things to say. And they're attacking me now with name calling and all this stuff. And I'm telling you, if I was the old me, it wouldn't be pretty. And I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that. I've allowed myself to grow as a human being. That ain't being a man. If I responded to that and ended up in jail, that's not being a man. But I was there, but here I am now. I'm compassionate, and I want nothing but love for this community. And I want nothing but love for human beings to, at least, if we disagree, we got to communicate. And at the end of the day, if we don't agree, maybe we learn a little bit from each other. But the bottom line is that we shake each other's hands and go and give each other respect and move on. Because we all want the same things in life for the most part. We want to wake up in the morning in good health. We want to eat good food. We want to love a good woman or a good man or whatever it may be. Enjoy hobbies, enjoy our kids if we have kids, play some sports, have a nice home, work a good, decent job, pay the bills. And hey, we are more alike than we are different. And nobody is holier than thou. For those that read the Bible, and I'm not going on one religion or another here, but I'm just making a statement. Let he or she without sin cast the first stone. And we got to look in the mirror and tell ourselves, how can we be better? Because that's what these things do for me every day. They allow me to look in the mirror and say, how can I be better? That's what this stuff means to me. And it always will. No matter if the dialogue changes, or one movie wasn't written for me, or one movie wasn't marketed to them, it doesn't matter. That's my take, guys. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the positive feedback. And really, for those YouTubers that I named in my prior video, I'm willing to have a conversation. Because that's what we need to have. I can listen to their videos and pull out little strands of truth. I'm not on some political BS or one side of an argument BS where I'm just going to fight them back. I can pull out little strands of truth. But it's how we address each other and how we communicate that needs to change. And here I am. And for all those spewing that being up, you'll probably be on the comments here. Hey, look, man, like I said, I pray for you. Because I don't know what you got going on in your life that just, how do you wake up every day with so much hate and nastiness? I don't get it. So I pray that we can all wake up tomorrow and look in the mirror and love ourselves and love everyone around us. This is for the love of comic books, Star Wars, Transformers, geekdom, fandom, worldwide. I love you all. Thank you for watching. And until next time.